evil liars on paternity court.
He wasn't ready to settle down. I was promiscuous.
So you made the decision you were gonna sleep around with anybody and then you're gonna get us a son.
Right, I did. It was a dumb decision.
It's still the simple fact that she lied for so many years. So who knows if there's another man.
Miss Bryson brought her ex-boyfriend, Mr. McCarrol, to court to prove that he is the biological father of her 18-month-old son, Zylan McCarrol. While she admits to being intimate with another man, she is certain Mr. McCarrol is the father. Mr. McCarrol is skeptical and wants the child's name changed if he's not the father.
Miss Bryson, what is the nature of your relationship? You're separated?
Yes, ma'am, we're currently separated.
Are you working to get it back on track? Where are you all at in this?
We're not working on getting anything back in track because Mr. McCarrol, he has way and he wants me to be a like he is, and I'm not that type of person.
Mr. McCarrol, you want her to be a like you are?
Mr. McCarrol expressed regret for not bettering their situation through work and school. He cited conflicts with Bryson, like not being able to read or talk to his mother. Bryson accused him of infidelity when he didn't answer her call and implicated his best friend in the alleged cheating.
As you can imagine, that is a very interesting book. She upstairs with the baby. I'm downstairs because I'm trying to read. She come downstairs huffing and puffing. I've been downstairs too long. I'm too quiet. I'm reading the book. What you want me to do, man?
The reason I came downstairs, I heard him on the phone with a girl that he had currently slept with.
Bryson shared that Mr. McCarrol would communicate with another woman about their personal matters. She expressed feeling undermined by him. When she got pregnant with Zylan, they were separated and he was with another woman. Despite being with someone else, he would still make advances towards her. She deeply loved him and wanted all her kids to be his.
Your Honor, I braided his hair. I asked the guy that I was in a relationship with, could I do his hair? He said yes. He came over and was flirting on me, touching on me. Every time we speak on the phone, I try to call and let him talk to the kid. Every time that we speak on the phone, he always flirts. I never, ever cheated on him when we were together, ever.
You just cheat on other people with him?
Yes.
Bryson asserts that Mr. McCarrol portrays her as the guilty party, though he is the one who cheats. While she has cheated in the past, it was with him because of her deep love for him. Upon getting pregnant, she ended things with another man to avoid causing him pain. Bryson's dream was to have a family with Mr. McCarrol.
I wanted to have a family with him. I wanted to get married to him. Like I said, I've been with him since I was 18. I love him. Any man I ever talked to know that I love him, okay? I wanted to have a son. I wanted to get married. He didn't want to give it to me. He didn't want to settle down. And I got it. And obviously ain't no man gonna be included in it because I haven't tried to even get into a relationship because I know I feel hung over him.
Bryson, after initially testing negative for pregnancy at a doctor's visit, later found herself pregnant. Within that time frame, she was intimate with Mr. McCarrol, who was seeing another woman. Despite the rendezvous, he later claimed he couldn't recall the encounter. Was it just an evil lie?
Mr. McCarrol,
Yes.
Do you remember having sex with Miss Bryson on the 28th?
No, ma'am. We were having sex around that time, but on the 28th specifically, I can't say that. She might have been with that guy then. I have no idea.
The truth is, you all were separated at that time. You had another girlfriend you were dealing with?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
Bryson believes Mr. McCarrol is the father of her son, Zylan, because he resembles her daughter and her 6-week-old child, whom she asserts is also by McCarrol. However, McCarrol doubts the paternity of both children. Despite these doubts, he's been present in Zylan's life, even cutting the umbilical cord and giving Zylan his surname.
When it comes to 18-month-old Zylan McCarrol, it has been determined by this court, Mr. McCarrol, you are not the father.
Man, case closed. I ain't got no more to say. Say no more.
Miss Bowman brings her daughter Kalina to court to mend their relationship. After years of deceit, Miss Bowman now claims that Kalina's biological father is the late Mr. James Stewart. However, Kalina doubts her mother's assertion. Mr. Stewart's son is also present, and he disputes the claim, wanting to protect his deceased father's reputation.
Why are these results so important for you today?
Over the years, I have lied to my daughter, and for the past 4 years, it's become very hard on our relationship. I used to be real close to her, and now it feels like I've literally tore it completely apart. And I need to prove to her that her father is James Stewart.
Kalina struggles with her relationship with her mother, uncertain about her mother's honesty regarding her life. For years, she believed Mr. Watson was her biological father. However, just before high school, she learned he wasn't while being forcibly separated from her mother and made to live with Mr. Watson.
I found out during the summer, I was forced to be taken out of my mother's house and go to his house where I had no contact with my mother. And then when I finally was able to go back around to my mother, she told me that he might not be my father and that James Stewart might be my father.
During a pivotal moment in Kalina's life, she discovered through a paternity test that Mr. Watson was not her biological father. This revelation shattered her trust, leading to feelings of betrayal and confusion about her mother's 16-year deception. This strained their relationship, with Kalina distancing herself from her mother for a significant period.
I happened to go to work one day, and Mr. Watson had recently got married. So he literally walked up in my house, and yes, he did come in there and take her. He told me, since you want to sit up here and say this ain't my daughter, prove it. I turned around and I went downtown and I requested a paternity test. The results came back, and I sat there and I told her, I said, I didn't do this to hurt you.
Kalina grapples with trust issues stemming from years of deceit by her mother regarding her paternity. Judge Lake discerns that Kalina's skepticism isn't solely rooted in the revelation about Mr. Watson, but also from an overarching doubt about her mother's credibility. Kalina's sentiment suggests that there could be more secrets lurking, further shaking her sense of identity.
Mr. Stewart,
Yes, Your Honor.
when you heard about Miss Bowman, did you believe that you all shared a biological father?
No, Your Honor.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Explain.
My father has had numerous of women say that their children was his, and this came to find out that it wasn't true.
Judge Lake is probing the timeliness to determine the veracity of Miss Bowman's claim. While Miss Bowman insists she was working with Mr. Stewart's father around the time Kalina was conceived, Mr. Stewart counters that his father had already left the job by early 1994, a year before Kalina's conception. This discrepancy casts doubt on Miss Bowman's assertions.
That's actually a
Early
lie
94.
because he actually stopped working at that restaurant in February of '95. He would come in, do his shift or whatever. Then there were times that he wouldn't come in because he was a manager. He had me, I was right up under him as the assistant manager.
In court, Lillian asserts her son is Kalina's father, referencing a letter from Kalina's mother. Lillian has cared for Kalina most of her life, emphasizing her unwavering commitment. However, a twist arises when a new letter suggests James Stewart isn't the father.
Did you put this letter in Miss Watson's mailbox, Miss Bowman?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
And the letter
And
too.
I did it because at the time, Mr. Watson, when I got back in a relationship with him, we sat there, we talked and everything. It was all discussed out.
But wait, what do you
This
mean
is
it was
when I
discussed?
It was discussed that Kalina was his daughter.
Angela admits she fabricated a letter claiming James Stewart was Kalina's father, leaving everyone shocked. Lillian and James are deeply upset, stating Angela has misled many regarding Kalina's paternity, which has significantly impacted the child's life. Where will these evil lies lead the case?
It has been determined by this court that James Stewart and Kalina Bowman are related.
Miss Brown believes her cousin, Mr. Travis, is being deceived by Miss McNair. She asserts that he's been misled into signing the birth certificate of Mariah, Miss McNair's 22-month-old daughter, doubting he's the biological father. Mr. Travis acknowledges his love for Mariah but expresses doubt about his paternity.
Your Honor, Mariah mean the world to me. She's everything to me. She's my heart, she's my all. And if she's my baby, I want to be her father and be there for the man that I'm supposed to be.
So you love this baby,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Travis,
Yes,
and
Your
you
Honor.
are truly torn
Yes, Your
because while you love this baby and devoted to Mariah, you have some doubts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Brown has submitted a video to Judge Lake to substantiate her claims about Miss McNair's alleged infidelity. The video supposedly captures Miss McNair frequently getting picked up and dropped off by various men. From Miss Brown's vantage point, she is able to closely observe these activities, leading her to believe in Miss McNair's unfaithfulness.
While Mr. Travis was away, you
No,
weren't
no,
dating
ma'am.
or sexually active with anybody else?
No, ma'am, I was
That's
not.
a lie.
Your Honor, she actually told me she had a friend guy she was talking to, and it was just
But we
it was
wasn't
just a
sexually
friend
active,
thing.
though. We was
But
not sexually
he's
active,
dropping
though.
you off at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and you claim you just getting out of work. Like,
And
what you
why
doing?
only men? Why not a friend girl? Why only men?
Miss McNair confronts Miss Brown about her perceived interference in her personal life, questioning why Miss Brown is concerned about her interactions with men. Miss Brown counters, implying that Miss McNair has multiple male visitors, especially late at night. This raises suspicions about the nature of these visits.
Yes.
So, Mr. Travis, what was the nature of your relationship? Were you all committed?
We was.
You were.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Your Honor.
Boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Serious relationship?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
while you were out of town or away, Miss McNair, you were expected to be faithful?
I was, Your Honor. I had friends, but it was nothing sexually active.
Judge Lake presses Miss McNair on her late-night interactions, specifically questioning why they always involve men and not just female friends. Miss McNair asserts that she has both male and female friends. In response to the claim of late-night visits, Miss McNair adamantly denies these allegations, labeling Miss Brown as a liar.
Baby, do you have something that you got going on or something?
You're trying to put this child on my cousin when that's not his child.
She's his. Was you there when we was conceiving her?
No.
Okay, then
Your
how would
Honor,
know?
you have children?
Oh, okay.
I actually do.
How many months do you supposed to be pregnant?
Well, this is what we were about to get into. I know that. And you submitted a calendar to the court because you say the timeline is off.
Miss Brown presents a calendar to Judge Lake as evidence, emphasizing the timeline discrepancies around the birth of Mariah. Miss Brown notes that her cousin, presumably Mr. Travis, was away in December, but they learned about the pregnancy in early March, with Mariah being born in October. Counting back 10 months from the birth would imply a discrepancy.
You count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 11 months.
Might as well be a year.
Which means the
You need to
window
mind your
of
business, baby. You need to
conception.
find you something to do and talk about besides me and my relationship, honey.
You've been pregnant a year though, almost a year.
It just don't add up. It don't
Whatever,
add up.
Tia.
A whole year?
Whatever, Tierra. You
I
just-
thought 9 months.
Judge Lake questions Miss McNair about the timeline of conception, given that Mr. Travis was away in January, which aligns with the window of conception for an October 3rd birth. Miss Brown is adamant that Mariah isn't Mr. Travis's child. Miss McNair counters by questioning Miss Brown's intentions and asserts she knows the identity of her child's father.
Mr. Travis, you are not the father.
I'm sorry.
Miss McKinny is in court to prove to her husband that he is the biological father of their 11-month-old daughter, Mariah. Brown doubts his paternity after discovering a sex tape of his wife with another man and believes the other man is the father. Miss McKinny feels that looks are irrelevant in determining paternity, emphasizing the importance of DNA evidence.
Ms. McKinney, tell us why this court date is so important to you.
He's denying the fact that that's his daughter, and it's not about looks, it's about DNA. And I'm here today to prove and show that he is the father of Amira Brown.
Mr. Brown discovered an explicit video on Miss McKinney's phone. He briefly watched it and, disturbed, closed it. Miss McKinney admitted to meeting the man from the video on a dating site during an off period with Mr. Brown. The court questions her about her choices.
How do you end up with another man doing a sex tape?
At the time, me and Mr. Brown was off and on.
How did you meet the other man?
I met him on a dating website. We started talking online, and then I finally met him in person, and he came to my house.
So how often were you sexually active with this man?
10 times.
Mr. Fowler met Miss McKinney on a dating site. The day they met in person, Mr. Brown was present, but they were not together. Fowler and McKinney began a sexual relationship. He believes she had ended her relationship with Mr. Brown. The timeline indicates they had an affair for almost a year.
So you started having unprotected sex with Ms. McKinney,
Yes,
and you all had sex all of 2016.
correct.
When did you find out she was pregnant?
Well, me and Miss McKinney met up, and she told me she was pregnant in June of 2017.
Mr. Brown and Miss McKinney were intimate around April and May of 2017, and Mariah was born in April of 2018 due to complications. Although her original due date was April 23, 2018, Mr. Brown found out Ms. McKinney was pregnant in July.
When you found out, did you say, oh, I'm so excited, or did you say, is this my child?
First, I was like, oh yeah, I'm excited. And then when we went to the hospital back in September, they would say she was 11 weeks pregnant. And then when they told her the due date.
It was 12 weeks.
Yeah, 12 weeks. 12 weeks pregnant, actually. She said it was complicated. I just felt like something wasn't right.
When McKinney was given the due date of April 23rd for Emriah's birth, Mr. Brown felt something was off about the pregnancy. When she told him she was pregnant, he was aware she had been intimate with another man. At Emriah's birth, Mr. Brown was present but did not sign the birth certificate because he believed Emriah didn't resemble him.
Mr. Fowler, you are not the father.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, you are not the father.